Hey there, Johnny Daniel, your Stampin' Up! Independent demonstrator. Hey, I haven't done one of these instructional videos for a very long time, so I thought I would tell you what I got, how to make it, and anything else that comes up. So, the infamous paper box. This is the Pop-Up Pals kit. This is a newer kit that is available on the online store. This is $10 for 4 cards, but before you go, oh, that's expensive, you got to look at these cards. You really do. So let's make this together, huh? It is a little tricky because it's got some pop-ups and pop-outs on it. So let's get to it. All right, so we open it up. We've got our instructions, we've got our chipboard, you know, all the typical stuff, right? If I can get this off of here, that would be amazing. For some reason, my fingers are not working. All right. So, instructions. We got the samples. And then as you open it up, you have the little summary sheet of the pieces you'll need, and then if you open it up again, you'll have what pieces go to where, how to fold, all those kind of things, and where to put the glue. That's the important part too. And then we have here, we have what all the pieces look like, and that's about it. It's actually not hard. So let's get it situated. All right, so we've got our tear and tape. Perfect. So the only thing you need scissors for is to open the package, which is amazing. Okay, so you've got your words here. All right, so obviously we don't have German, we don't have French. So we're gonna punch out the English ones. If I could find them. It's your birthday, go bananas. You're my best friend. You're dynamite. I wonder what that one goes to, right? Have a magical birthday. And that is the 4 cards. Okay? So, we've got our envelopes, our coordinating envelopes. Super cute, right? Great for kids' birthday. Great for, you know, doing some kind of card with your kids during summer, you know, that kind of stuff. So our monkey, that probably goes with the bananas one, right? I would guess, huh? All right, so let's go through this. So this one, we're gonna go, let me open this back up so we can do what we need to do. So I'm just gonna sort this stuff out real quick. So this is our Triceratops? I'm not sure exactly. So this is our dinosaur. This is our kitty with our other kitty and our dog. So super easy so far, right? That is our card base. This is our alicorn, not unicorn, alicorn. Because if it has wings, it is an alicorn. But if you call it a unicorn, we still know what you're talking about, right? So we're gonna punch this guy out. Let's see, we've got our little tab there. Don't forget to get this little piece out. And then we've got our wings. We've got our, all right, so banana, let's see. Okay, so that goes to here. That one is set. So this one is the puppy one. Where did the puppy go? There we go. There's our puppy. Okay. I forgot about these. And then we've got our fronts as well. So there's our this is our bananas one. That's our dinosaur. That goes there. That goes there. There. Not a hard game to match. We'll just say that. Okay. So you will need either your snips, scissors, piercing tool, whatever, to help just with the tape. But if you don't have that, you can use your finger. I just tend to do better with a tool. So we're gonna grab our tear tape because that was what was provided, and we're just going to put this on here and glue it down. Just that simple, right? Doesn't get complicated till we get the pop out part, or pop up part, depending how you're looking at it. Let's get one more for this, because all that's provided is the tear and tape. Okay, so we're just gonna pull these off. Pull these off. Pull these off. Like I said, this is available on the online store, and this is $10 for this kit, plus of course shipping. If you want to order, go to stampedwithjohnny.com/order, and the link's right there. Okay, so we've got that, and then we're going to put our sentiment above it. If you want to use dimensionals instead, you're more than welcome to. It's up to you, right? Okay, so now I gotta find, I'm like, where did I put the puppy and the kitty? Okay, so here's how this works. See how there's feet here and there's feet there? That's where you're gonna glue stuff. So this, you're gonna fold the tab down. You're gonna fold the tab down, and then where, there's another score line there. So where these meet is where you're gonna glue them down, okay? But first we gotta put tape. So we're gonna grab tape, and we're gonna grab tape, and we're gonna put here, and we're gonna put here. If you're not confident with your gluing, make sure to not do it over your project. I always say that, and I always end up doing stuff over the project. So let's go here, and okay, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab here, and I'm gonna bend, and I'm gonna line up best I can, and I'm gonna line up best I can, and then I'm gonna stick down, and then I'm gonna hope and pray that I did this in the right spot and that it folds correctly. Yay! Okay, so now we're gonna fold the kitty, and we're gonna fold the kitty. Now if you fold it the wrong way, it's gonna bend the other way. You'll be fine. These are little pieces because we got little paws. Okay, so depending on how it glues down will be dependent on how it folds. So we're just gonna peel those guys off. Make sure you don't go above that score line. If you do, roll it back a little bit. Okay, so now I'm gonna bend this, and then this guy is gonna fold like this, and we're just gonna put that right on where that tab thing meets. So you're gonna bend it and fold it and crease it, and then this, it's gonna fold like this, and then we've got that. Pretty easy. Love it. So let's do magical birthday now. Okay, so we got our card front, we got our words. The unicorn and the wings, or alicorn, whatever, those go in the middle. So we're gonna grab a piece. You could probably only do two, but I don't know about you, but I don't like my stuff coming apart. So it might be overkill, but it's what I do. We'll just say it that way, huh? Okay, so we're gonna peel this. Make sure to not stick it to your card, like I almost did. Then we're gonna peel all the 4 sides and stick it down. If for some reason your tape doesn't want to, and then pay attention to what colors you want top and bottom. Doesn't really matter though. But if your tape doesn't unstick the second side, just press it down a little bit and it will. Okay? Just means it's not adhered well enough. So we're gonna put 2 little ones on here. That's our sentiment. Just toss those up in the corner there. So our sentiment's gonna go like right there. Okay, now we got to do the inside. So if you realize here there's a slit, and hey, guess what? Let's see, where is it? There's a slit. So that slides in, and then this gets glued here. So that side has to go over that way. And then this one has a glue spot as well. Okay, so that way, let's see. That way we know what's coming and going. Okay, so I'm gonna flip that over and I'm gonna glue 2 little pieces on those legs. And evidently it needs to be even littler than what I did. That one's okay. And that one might be a bit much, but we'll roll them back if we need to. I think it'll still be good. So we've got those 2. Like I said, if you're not confident with your gluing, don't do it over your project. I always tend to, and I don't know why, but I do. All right, so where the shadow is, you're gonna glue the feet and the tail. Okay, so that's how that goes. And then this guy is gonna go the slit to the slit. Kind of cool, right? But you got to tilt this so that goes that way. And I'm gonna put my tape actually on the card and not on the wings. For me, that's gonna be easier in my brain. If it works better on the wing for you, then do that. But well, that didn't quite work out as planned, now did it? The adhesive stayed on my finger. Let's see if we can get this peeled off so I can at least use it. Guess I won't need to peel that part, huh? Alright, so there's that. And then this wing before the feet stick. This is the only hard part of this whole entire thing. Slide this down, keep the feet up. Slide it down. Come on. There we go. Slide it down, keep the feet up, do that, and glue that down. And then this is gonna fold, but we gotta crease it as it goes. Where's the fold? There it is. So we just gotta kind of help it those first couple times, and then it'll go. Mash, 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 right? And then, there we go. And then it goes. Okay, so there's the unicorn one. Okay, then the monkey one. Because why not, right? So now this one, you gotta make sure these are on the bottom, otherwise your card's gonna be upside down. Okay, so this is your front. Why do I know that? Because I bought 2 kits, and the first kit I did it upside down. It's just that simple. You might be making a left-handed card if you don't watch it, huh? If anybody doesn't know what that means, normal cards fold like this. Left-handed cards I do opposite. So just to be a little bit funny, shall we say. So, alrighty. Peel, peel, peel. Now, if you want to use something else for glue, you're more than welcome to, but I'm just doing what came with it. So we got monkeys. Okay. And then this is going to go in the middle after I put my piece down. Okay. So that is going to go here. All right, now the fun part. Make sure you bend your card. Okay, so the tabs are gonna go here. So this is gonna go here. Okay, now, the fun part about bending this is, if you bend it the wrong way, you can always do it again the other way, right? So, not a big deal either way if you mess it up, which sometimes I do that. If you guys used to be on my lives, you will know that for a fact. I did my share of messing up. And I still do. Creative opportunities, I think is what they call those. I have a few of those. So, alrighty, so now we're gonna fold these down, match the tabs. Pretty easy, right? Match the tab, match the tab. Okay, now for the fun part, we gotta have this thing fold, right? So we're gonna go up, 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 and there we go. So I did do it right. And in the directions it has ups, downs, and all that. Super easy, right? Last but very not least, we have this guy. We just gotta make sure it's the right way, right? So we're gonna do this, and we're gonna do the words. So, words first. There's our glue. So here's our tear and tape that came with the kit. So everything's included in this kit unless you want to add to it, of course. But I think, oh my gosh, these are so cute, right? And the kit's $10. So that makes each card like just under $3. Well, if you're including shipping, maybe just under $4. But still, pretty good deal for just having some fun. And then you got some cards. So birthday parties for the kids, you know, all that kind of stuff, right? And you've got some cards to put a gift card to, or in the gift bag, or whatever the case. And if nothing else, take some pictures and have some fun with your kids this summer. So there's that. We're gonna bend the card so we know where our middle is. And then we've got 2 points to glue. So this first one is this way, but we're gonna fold this in. And then these tabs, you just gotta make the shape go with the shape. It's just that simple. It really, really is. But you know what? I missed the horn. Let me go through my scraps really quick. I'm like, somewhere in here. There it is. I'm like, I know we had a horn here. There we go. Sorry about that. All right, so back to it. So we're gonna do our 2 pieces, and these are for our tabs. That finger doesn't want to let go of stuff today. I don't know if I've used it too much or what, but It's just not letting go. All right, so we've got our tabs going. Face them the same direction. Glue them down in the same spot or really, really close to it. Make sure that's folded correctly. Okay, tab to tab. That works, right? Okay. Then we're gonna put the horn on first before I forget again. So we're gonna fold that over, and that's gonna be our horn. Let's see, is this a slit? It is a slit. I missed that the first time. So I guess we're gonna put this through. Now that's even cuter. We're gonna put this through. Easier said than done. That little slit. There we go. We're gonna push it right to the score line so it goes. And then what we're gonna do is flip this guy over and do a little tiny piece. I guess we could have done this beforehand, but oh well. Make sure it's not stuck to my finger. Okay. And that's gonna glue down there. So that's even cuter. You could have the horn go in either direction, you pick. So we've got that. And then the horns fold down. These are your tabs for up top. That's why they're printed here. Okay. And then this folds out. And then this goes down here like this. And then these go in like that. Okay. So first we gotta glue. Sounds pretty consistent, huh? We always gotta have the glue. Okay. So now what we're gonna do is pull these off and pull this off. Then we're gonna fold these down and get this where it needs to be. So we're just gonna try to match the width so it goes in the right place. Okay, and we're gonna try to match the width of the horn. So I'm talking this width to this width. If you hit it right where it matches, then it folds correctly. See what I'm saying? So it's the same width. That way you know you've gone far enough or close enough. And then it folds like that. And then folds like that. Too cute, right? So this is the kit. This is, oh, what was the name of this? If I could remember. The Pop-Up Pals kit, and it's 10 bucks. And it's super cute. So if you want it, go to stampinwithjohnny.com/order and go see what it's all about. If you want to just get the cards, come by a farmer's market. I will have them for sale. Not the kit, but the actual cards finished. So thanks again. Follow me for more. stampinwithjohnny.com.